What I didn't include in the last video was our departure of the Gloria Hotel and getting up really early and having our bags packed, loading them on a tour bus. And as I had in our last video, our first stop was at the Garden Tomb. On the bus again, we headed out into the Judean desert. We actually were on a path that if we'd continued straight, we would have gone to the Dead Sea. Actually, we did continue that route down past Jericho, down to the Jordan River, just north of the Dead Sea, where the Jordan River empties into the sea. And that's a traditional baptismal site of John the Baptist. We made a fun stop. We stopped at Genesis Land, and there was a chance to ride the camels, a chance to have stories of the patriarchs told us. It really was a fun little visit. Everybody was kind of in the spirit of having fun, including our fearless leader, Joel. You'll get to see him clowning around with the camels. Apparently he's never been actually bitten by a camel. He wouldn't be quite so, I don't want to say that, quite so, anyway, enjoy.
Hey.
Did you get it back? To get you.
Missouri, right?
Yes.
What other places, or everybody's from Missouri?
Indiana.
Indiana,
Colorado.
Texas. Hey, yeah.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay. Washington? Hey, DC.
No,
State?
state of Washington.
State, okay. That's where the White House is?
No.
No, Washington,
State.
D.C.
Washington.
Yes.
Different place.
Seattle.
Washington
I'm going to work on my
Seattle.
geography of America.
Seattle
by
Seahawks.
Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver.
Just
No,
under
no,
Vancouver.
we're from Indiana.
I get it. Okay. Cool. So, first of all, we'll say welcome. Now, you can see I'm dressed biblical, right? It's a little different than what your guys are
The
dressed
coat of
in,
many
right?
colors.
Yes,
So I'm going to
Yes.
explain it. My full name is Eliezer. Very famous in the biblical times. Eliezer, you heard about me maybe?
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
I'm the servant of Abraham, right?
Yeah.
So I try to help him with everything. So I help him with the sheep and the goats and the camels. I clean the tent. I do a lot of stuff. But the most favorite thing that I like helping Abraham with is his favorite good deed. That is,
Goat.
no, Lot is his nephew.
Oh.
Hospitality.
Oh,
That's his
hospitality.
favorite good deed. He's
Yeah.
bringing people beautiful like you to the tent. And that's what he's going to do and what he's doing till today. Are you guys excited to meet Abraham?
Sure, yeah.
Me too. Okay. Okay, so it's map time now. Dora the Explorer. Yay. If you have kids, you probably know. Okay, cool. I'm older than that, probably. No small brothers, just cousins and stuff. Okay, cool. So I'll explain a little bit about Abraham's journey and how he got to this land. So first of all, he was born in a place called Ur of the Chaldees, in Hebrew, Ur Kasdim. That's out Iraq, okay? Ur of the Chaldees. Back over there, they worshipped many, many gods, many idols, the sun and the moon. They're all pagans, right? Believed in multiple gods. And Abraham was the first monotheist. He believed in one God. And he decided to leave that past behind him. He rebelled on that culture. He went against it. And it was pretty difficult because that's what everybody believed in. And he went against it. And just so you know, this area is called before Abraham's time Mesopotamia. Probably heard about it, right? Mesopotamia.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In Latin means the city between the rivers. So you can see here the rivers. Okay, so Abraham leaves that place. He leaves with his father Terach and his nephew.
Lot.
Exactly, Lot. So you probably heard about it. We'll tell some stories about him also, don't worry. So he decided to leave and he started going up. It looks easy, 750 kilometers. When I do it with my fingers, pretty quick. But it's a long way, okay? In the army, I did 70 kilometers, 17 hours. And my legs were like chicken wings. So every time I think about like walking, long way, okay? Long way. And he gets to a place called Haran, South Turkey. You know Turkey, right? You eat it. It's a country. 21st century stuff. Okay. So he settled down in Haran, and when he becomes 75 years old, something very special happened. For the first time, God spoke to him, told him the famous sentence. I'll say it first in Hebrew: Lech lecha me'artzecha, ממולדתך, מבית אביך, אל הארץ אשר אראך. which means, ha 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 ha. No, I'm just kidding. Leave your hometown, leave your father's house, leave everything behind, and go to the land that I will show you. So he doesn't know where he's going. So he's starting his journey. He's keep on going. Another 750 kilometers, finger time. He passed on the way Damascus. My full name is Damascus Eliezer. Guess where I'm from?
Damascus.
Hometown. Okay. And then he started walking down and he got to Eretz Canaan. Finally, he made it. Now, how does he know that it's here? God tells him, to your generation, I'm going to give this land. That's it. And then he tells him, second thing, start walking in the country. So he starts his journey. Shechem, Betel, Hebron, Beersheba. You can see he's leaving the country. Now, why would Abraham leave the country? Shechem, Betel, Hebron, Beersheba. Leaving the country. So there was a big famine over here, guys. There's no food and no water, nothing at all. We couldn't eat, we couldn't feed our sheep and goats. So we're forced to go down south to Egypt. We went down south to Egypt. There's a story about Pharaoh who wanted to take Sarah for his own wife. You heard that one? No spoilers. Abraham will tell you that story when we get down. Okay? I'm just going to say that when he came back from Egypt, he became a wealthy man. It's all blessings from God, of course. But he has sheep and goats and sheep, right? No sheep, sheep. He has sheep, goats, camels, gold and silver, slaves. And he decides to settle down where? God promised him this land 3 times. He can choose wherever he wants to go. And he decides to settle down. It's written down like this. במקום בו היה לראשונה, בין בית-אל לבין העי. At the place that he was at the first time, between Bethel to Ha'ai, the mountain somewhere here. Okay, so Bethel, we know where it is today. Okay, Ha'ai is not far from here. You keep on going on this road alone, maybe 3-4 miles, you'll see it in your left. So that's why we tell the story over here, not in a different place. Not in Texas or Missouri or Alabama. So that's why we tell the story over here. Now that you know the story, you guys excited to meet Abraham?
Yeah.
Me too. Now I want to ask you one more question about the story. Okay, I try to understand it. It took me time to understand. Why would Abraham do a long journey from here, Ur Kasdim, or the Chaldees, to Haran, from Haran to Eretz Canaan? You see this triangle? Why did he not take a shortcut? So there's one thing basic. Everybody sees it's desert, right? There's no source of water. But the second thing is where there's river, where there's water, there's people, right? You have to have water near you. We're talking about 3,800 years ago, right? And Abraham was the first monotheist, so he wanted to spread the idea and believing in one God, right? And that's how he gets more people to believe in his way and follow his way. And that's when he comes to Eretz Canaan, he becomes a big man because he has people with him. Okay? I don't know numbers, but a lot of people. And that's it. Okay. Now, Abraham always tells me, you talk too much. Just bring the people down to the teens. We're going to go there. My time is over. Some stuff. So I'm going to give you some instructions on the camel, some basic safety rules. So the first thing, if you're under the age of 4 or over the age of 65, if you have knee problems or back problems, or if you're pregnant like me, it's not recommended to go on a camel. But otherwise, there's 3 basic rules. So first rule, don't go on a camel if a guide is not holding. There's a white rope, you gotta hold it, okay? Second rule, once you're on the camel, the most important thing to do is to hold the metal bar tight and lean back. There's a nice memory song. I like rap songs. Maybe you'll know it. It's called Lean Back. Lean Back. Okay, that's the song. I remember that. And the last rule, the heavier sits on the back seat, the lighter sits on the front. It's not my job to tell you who's who. I'm not doing it again. Okay. And you guys have beautiful style, right? It's North American style. Here we have a different style. I call this non-fashion. It's unisex. We have an all color. It's 1 + 1 and 1. You can get it. And we're all gonna dress up biblical, okay? And we're gonna go on my magic camels all the way to Abraham's tent. It's gonna take us 3,800 years. Just 4 minutes. It's like a magic trick. Time machine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And after we finish the ride on the camels, you're all gonna be capable to come here to the shop and get your own international camel riding license. Yeah. cheers, it's Fat Shack. We all seen Oprah.
Yeah.
And
Ellen,
it's
I think it's
you
Ellen.
It's Ellen, right? Ellen's show. I also see Ellen. That's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. We have 3 camels that are workers. I mean, we can't manage to have everybody on the same round, so we're going to do some routes. So it's 2 on a camel, so that means 6 people each round. What we're going to do is 6 people now on the camels, and then we're going to go down to the tent. And over there, Abraham is waiting for us. So we'll walk. Whoever is not on the camels will follow me walking. There's something cool. We traded a few sheep and goats. We got something called a golf cart. Whoever wants the golf cart, just say shotgun, get a golf cart. Okay? And we're going to go that. And then on the way back, we'll do more rounds for people. Whoever wants to ride on the camel can ride, no more that comes. So we'll do just rounds. And I think it's all good. Okay, we're ready to meet Abraham. So you guys excited? Yeah! Come on over, let's dress up.
In front of your eyes, give it away just a little. And sir, there will be one with 2 tablets, sir.
One with 2 tablets, sir.
You'll follow me, yeah? Oh, you have read the good book, yes?
Yeah.
I was told it's a bestseller in your time.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't bite. You can come closer. Speaking of that, Eliezer did bring from the future something called bathrooms.
Oh, great.
Oh, good.
Now, you don't have to be scared. There's a rule, but it's not a lion. It's what you call the flush.
The flush.
Now, this is not a political comment, but the ladies are to the left and the gentlemen are to the right. Which is good because we have water here to pour over your hands. I know when you travel you get tired, do you not?
Yes.
Yep. So by pouring water over your hands, we'll wake you up. Yeah. Now is a good time to make use of the facilities. Otherwise, I'd like to invite you into the tent. Yes. There, yeah. He chose to go down this way, to the best land in all the area. We call it the Kikaya Den, the corner of the Jordan. Things grow there wonderfully. A good choice on his part, yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think he knew that God wanted me to have this land. Yes?
Yeah.
And you also know, though, that my wife Sarah, the beautiful one, the most beautiful in all the area. Yes.
Yes.
She's been blessed by God, understands things that I don't. And God has told me to listen to her. Ladies, you can thank me for that comment later.
Yes. Yeah.
But wait, I do. She told me that even though I was praying so hard this morning, God would bless me with guests. And you all arrived, yes?
Yes.
She also told me she would prepare the best of what we have for the guests and place it here in the tent. And yet there's nothing. I see you're a little delirious. I would be too without food. But wait, I did say my wife is blessed and understands things. Well, first of all, she's a very good leader. She prepared food for the shepherds of flock. She knew that they would be traveling and would need sustenance, yes?
Yeah.
She placed the food here in the tent, right next to yours. They came, they took their food, and by some terrible mistake, took all of yours as well. I told you, not so good. But I did remember that before she left for the village, she said to me, she would put food in the other tent. And now I understand what she meant. When I saw you coming, I called to the servants. I told them, please prepare, there will be food. Yes?
Yes.
And here, Eliezer has returned. You must go to the other tent. They have prepared food there for our guests.
Yay.
See, she's hungry, which is good.
Yes.
Now, I have to explain. The etiquette here in my time is a little different to what you're expecting or what you have. You are now sitting at a stationary buffet. The food will keep coming to the table, yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
What am I trying to say? If any of the serving dishes empty, it is our pleasure to refill them. Yes?
Yes.
Now, we begin with water. If the flask empties, we'll refill it, of course. But of course, I don't tell you what to drink or eat, so we give you a choice. We have the natural lemonade. The centerpiece of our meal is bread. Is it not?
Yes.
We have the pocket pita bread. I believe you've met it before, yes?
Yes.
You can put something in it, or you can just eat it as it is. We also, though, give you a choice. We have the shepherd's loaf. And the first course, by implication, means that there will be more courses, yes?
Yes.
But I don't want anyone to pace themselves. You eat as much as you want. The first course begins with hummus, made from chickpeas. In Hebrew, the word for chickpea is hummus, or hummusi, because that's what you make hummus from. Our hummus, of course, has a little tahini, made from sesame, so it's full of iron. You won't need that strange camel that Eliezer told me you have with the round black legs. You'll be able to just crunch it. But for the taste, we add a little olive oil, and my favorite, za'atar. Yes?
Yes.
Which is hyssop with a little sesame and maybe some salt. Love it. We also have a choice of salads. We have the red sauce, matbucha, which, by the way, is not hot. No one will get heartburn from this. We have a cabbage salad. We have an olive salad. We have a tomato and cucumber salad. And we have a pickles, but they're not very hot, so you don't have to worry. Having said all of that, although Sarah's prepared, directed, the servants have worked hard, I do believe that this is truly a blessing from God, is it not?
Yes.
Yes.
With your permission, I would like to thank him. And I believe the appropriate manner is to bless him in return.
Yes.
Yes.
My eye turns to the bread, the cornerstone of our meal, and I intend the following blessing. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who's brought forth food from the earth. Amen. Amen. My kings and queens, I thank you for the huge effort you put into coming. I thank you for the impending effort you will now put into eating. And I say, Batel von, which means to eat with a good appetite. And remember, the plates will refill, please. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
If anyone's feeling tired, I've got water, remember.